everybody, and welcome to Blood Bowl. I'm Complacent Badger.
Well, if you're Complacent Badger, that means I'm Sierra Kilo.
This is truth. And we are watching the Nordic Kneecappers versus the Crazy 8's.
With a team value of 1,900 versus 1,550.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of team, bro.
Yeah, and that's a lot of lack of team.
Yeah.
He was 19 or 1910 last week.
That's 100% true.
Hey,
that was
Brett,
a little unnerving going into it.
Brett got a hat.
Yeah. Brett's a big fan of his hat. He's done some good work. I mean, he's done some really, really shitty work, but he's done some really good work too.
Yeah, and looks like oh nope, everybody moved. That's good. Oh god, don't scroll. That's terrible. Looks like the or maybe I haven't noticed that they have that whatever's planked to their arm.
That's new for him.
Okay.
He just got break tackle. Because if you remember correctly, last week he got pretty frustrated by a guy that he just couldn't fucking knock down. So
yes,
that's what's going to happen.
And so he learned how to break tackle.
Yeah, so he learned how to break tackle.
So a kick right into the hands. A high kick helps with that.
100% true.
Stayed on the pitch though.
Yeah, I don't mind that. So this is going to get a little funny. I've kind of tried to work it.
Oof.
That mighty blow. Gonna work one side like normal, see what I can do. He's playing his Bloodthirster as a safety. I don't know if that's because of Brett.
It's because of Brett.
It's so there's that. So you're gonna see that I didn't do a normal cage because there's nobody behind me, so there's really no need to, and you can see the movement allowance on the left side there. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have enough movement allowance to get to me, to menace me, so yep. I'm not going to bother putting people behind me.
Yeah, get him.
So understanding the intention.
Yeah, getting your guys forward to kind of own some space early, even though your ball carrier can't get up there.
Right.
Oof. So the Bloodthirster saying how you do.
Yeah. He's going to do a fair bit of that today. As it turns out, Brett was, my intention for Brett is I'm definitely going to go for the Bloodthirster if I have an opportunity, but I'm not going to make that a priority because
yeah.
I have a feeling that he's going to go for my armor value 8 guys more than anything, and it really doesn't matter who he goes for because he's going to be doing the same thing all the time. So that was a wasted blitz on Brett. Was hoping to
hit and then
clear
engage.
That guy off the middle and then engage. Yep.
Brett, his hat, he learned how to juggernaut.
Yeah, he did.
So doing a little bit of lateral movement, not a lot of gain there, but getting
right. But I saw all those folks on that side was figuring that I can pin those two behind the line, and that would give me a player advantage up the field, especially if it worked out effectively.
Have I always had menu and end of turn available up here?
Yes, but the end of turn doesn't work. Menu can cut short the...
I have watched 50 plus replays, and I don't think I've ever noticed the end of turn.
So what happened with that was I never meant to move my werewolf up because he was defending that, and then I misclicked when I was just dicking around, and that's where he moved to, and that's what happened. So here's where the wheels come off the wagon. Thank God for block.
Ugh, man, you are swamped. The Crazy 8's doing an amazing job of just getting in there and using that blitz effectively to just aggress you.
Right.
And player position as well. Has got people back here where you can't just make a mad dash, and he's blocking off lane. That Bloodthirster is basically an area of control around him. If he had break tackle, man, that Bloodthirster would be horrible.
Right. So Brett doing good work, causing an injury, but this still doesn't put me in a good situation. Really trying to do something to get through and to free these guys up and make some sort of safety net.
Mm-hmm. Woo. All right, so just happened to have a semi-cage there and jump right into it.
Yep, I built that cage on the fly, so out of available folks. So that break tackle helped out a lot because he got away from that Bloodthirster because of it.
Yep. Yeah, break tackle's huge. If you're gonna have big guys, you gotta give them break tackle.
Yep.
It's kind of a double-edged thing because it makes you want to use them more often and earlier.
Yep. It's 100% true. They become, I mean, he just went from agility 2 to agility 5.
Yeah, quote unquote.
Right, but you know, and you have to remember that's only for his first dodge, you know, so you have to deal with the respect. So still, so one injury.
No, 2 injuries and
two injuries and a stun. Yep.
Yeah.
So doing okay still.
Yeah, you definitely got bodies on him right now.
So you know, hopefully I got myself in a bad situation, got myself out of a bad situation into a not terrible situation, and then let's hope that getting the ball downfield a little bit will help
this
at all.
Okay, good position, because this bloodletter was scary for a second.
Yeah.
But now you've basically locked him out. I might still go for the blitz just because he has dodge, and I have the rerolls to do it, to dodge here, then here, and then move. But now that you've filled that, it's not even worth it anymore.
So that's the idea, is that I moved a guy, but I knew how many paces he had, and how many, and I had more movement allowance than I used on him. But I wanted to make sure that I had a cage and that I could have that corner turn.
See that?
So that's unfortunate. He got greedy on that.
Yeah, he knew he had the wizard there, so I guess I kind of understand what he was going for. And it going so fast, I don't know if I could have, with this speed, thought of a better plan. But just something about that Bloodthirster blitzing to not get adjacent to the player just didn't seem advantageous.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, uh-oh, that's, but, and then...
That was a good choice in the lightning bolt, though. That definitely kind of at least put you on not in a good position. Didn't really put you on the back foot because all you have to do is pick it up and run, but it does make you roll.
Right.
And but you've basically trapped his player. I mean, the Herald can get out of there fairly easily, so...
So I didn't like where I was and what I could do, so I threw the ball.
Ugh. I feel like that's a worse placement for the ball.
It's a worse placement for the ball, but it's a better placement for a ball carrier, I think, because
if
you look at where...
that makes that guy less of a ideal target. But all he has to do, because nobody has guard, right? All he has to do is mark this player, which I don't think he has anybody to do it. But yeah, all he has to do is mark that player, and then with a blitz, he's got a 2-die on you.
He'll do one better. You'll like what he does here. Watch.
Okay. I slowed it down in anticipation for what I'm supposed to. Yeah, for anybody watching at home, sometimes we have discussions about potential bugs. And I sometimes try to watch to see if I can catch the bug and see what happened if it was...
I think it's actually going to be turn 6.
Okay.
So see, he picked him up blitz with horns.
Nice. But this guy's still putting up the negative, so that's a 1-die. That's what I was trying to avoid. The Frenzy opens it up to where it's a 2-die afterwards, but that initial... And it wasn't even, it was still a 1 die because of guard. This guy had guard, so there was no way that he was going to get away from the 1 die.
Okay.
You know, the correction, the only way he could have gotten away from it is, oh!
Now watch.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
casualty
it's dead. Badly hurt, but it doesn't say what you applied.
Celtic Nordison, badly hurt, no long-term effect. So
Yeah,
that
but
goes
that's
to the casualty.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually show which one you applied. All it does is show what you rolled. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't actually see if you selected the
Okay.
one, and we can't. There's no way we can find out. So
Yeah.
dodging on that one, he failed, and then failed not only the pro roll, but then failed the re-roll for. Oh no, wait, he succeeded the pro, but then just failed in general. Okay, yeah, the pro worked, and he just failed the dodge, and pinched his nerve.
That sucks.
That's an unfortunate roll. Alright, so putting down, because of that failed dodge roll, looks like it's going to be a pretty quick touchdown. Well, I don't know, maybe not. You might have to wait an extra turn. Now you definitely will.
Yeah.
But you're
Thanks, guy.
But you're in a relatively good position. He's going to mark the ball. If that Bloodthirster had break tackle. Oh, that is heartbreaking to see that Bloodthirster in positions like that without break tackle.
Yep.
Wow, that was a lot of unnecessary go for it. Right here would have been just as good. Oh, he wanted the assist. But did he need it? Yeah, I guess he did. He's down quite a few players. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. He's down.
So this just, yeah.
He's down 2 to you, but he's still putting up a really good fight.
He's doing a really good job, and you just kind of look at it and go.
Yeah, he's still got. That was a bad bounce for you, so he's got 2 marking the ball still.
Yeah, but you look at what you have to do. It's a lot of positioning, so you just have to keep fighting that position, and just hope that you can get an advantage at some point.
Oh, it would have been a dodge. Got it. Oh. Man, that Bloodthirster just gets... Hey, regen, though. So...
That made me real sad.
Did he...
That was me.
I know, but I was trying to see if he attempted to use... Or had he... He hadn't used his Apothecary yet, did he?
He had not.
He just... because it was only a missed game, he just let it go. Wow, what a rebuttal. I wouldn't have gone for that ball. No chance to score. I wouldn't have gone for that ball. All that did was put down a guy. He may have gave you the touchdown because of that. Remember, people, don't go for the ball unless you know you can score, or at least have a chance at it. There's no... all you're doing is potentially taking a mark off the ball and potentially bouncing that ball into the opponent's hand.
Yep.
Yeah, he gave you that touchdown with that rookie mistake right there. He had nobody set up to get that. It's so frustrating to see such a good defense and kind of like a clawing defense where he had the disadvantage, but he was still keeping you on the back foot.
Yeah, he did a really good job the entire time, and I think that going for that ball was what made the difference there. I'd like to think that I had the bodies to get it eventually.
You didn't have that was your last turn. That one, I don't think you would have been able to score. Had it, I mean, obviously, had everything gone perfectly well for you, the chances of you scoring were okay. But I think had he just marked the ball with 3 bodies, and I didn't see the formation, maybe he could have got 1 or 2 more. I don't know if you would have been able to stop him.
Yep, I did have my guy with my agility 4 was down there.
Interesting that he went only for the blitz with the Bloodthirster to I guess he does have claw, doesn't he? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
It's odd that he didn't go and give assists to hit your line a little bit, but maybe he was just frustrated.
Yeah.
Because it's a free turn that where you get no rebuttal to take out players.
Brett doing that wild animal thing again.
Are the turns wrong right now? Because wasn't that just the halftime? There we go. Ball didn't drop yet. Get it. You had a blitz kickoff action. I wasn't paying attention. So going for that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Going for that ball first, a little dodgy.
Yep. And I was mad that I used my blitz with Brett instead of just with a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
But saw an opportunity.
So he's.
But that was the second time Brett rolled a 1.
Yes. So he's going after your werewolves, which is a really good move, I think, for that bloodthirster, because it's one, it's taking advantage of his claw, because it's the only player on your team, or only players on your team other than the Yeti, that he can take advantage of his claw against you. And the big deal is they don't have block. So his lack of block doesn't mean anything. He can actually apply a both down, and because of his huge armor value, claw, and mighty blow, he has a better chance of taking you out than you do of him.
That's true. I mean, I have mighty blow, but no claw.
Mm-hmm. So. And that armor value 10, that mighty blow is hard pressed to actually break through.
True. Even though it did.
Yes. But that regen, it's there for a reason.
Yeah. That was kind of disheartening when it hit.
Yep. There he goes.
And then he immediately got that guy back. You know, spend all that time and energy to knock him out, and then.
Yep. So setting up bodies right here, I don't know if the movement allowance was odd. I don't know why he didn't set up a proper front cage, because that's just leaving it open for disaster.
Yep, and I got a lot of bodies.
Yeah, did he? He did not get a lot of guys, did he? Oh, he didn't get the KO back, so he's still down to that same amount. For a returning team, he sure, like, I know he'd suffered a lot of injuries, so that's probably why all those players are missing, but man, his treasuries must be empty. Because this is a fairly important game, and to go in without getting an extra player or two. But then again, he has a couple zeros, so maybe he did get new players.
Yeah. So this was a little bit tricky because he definitely had like 2 packages of people. So I definitely threw some guys downfield to make sure that I had a bit of a safety action going. I didn't know if he was going to get froggy with something, but.
Is he going to reform? Oh, that's toast. Maybe he's trying to lull you in, but yeah, that guy's toast. He's got dodge though.
Yeah.
He could be okay. I don't think so, but
well, it's one of those tricky things that I had my safety so far back because of that package of players that he had.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys aren't going to get too much involvement now. He's not going to do too much, and then trying to get anybody else free because he's got that bloodthirster and that.
Yeah, but it's not a. This guy has tackle, and it's a really easy dodge for you to blitz this guy. I mean, like that's yeah, right there, man. But a shit roll, strip ball even. I didn't even. Yeah, that guy was perfect for doing that. Yeah,
love that strip ball, man.
Yeah, no matter what you roll against that player, unless it was 2 attacker downs, that ball was loose.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have block.
That mighty blow, though.
Yeah.
But now he's separated all of his players from that ball.
And he also did a dodge fail immediately without moving any free players first. Well, I guess he moved the Bloodthirster. Yep, so that's a touchdown.
Come on, Brett.
That bloodthirster. That armor value 10 not working against its claw.
Brett was just saying hi, shaking hands.
All right. Got any movement left in you? There you go. All right, so getting some people downfield to put some pressure. That's good. I don't think I'd have used a reroll on that, but
yeah,
that's fine.
But he's got, starting with 5, so it's pretty elementary at this point, where it's just good ball management, team movement, and there's not really much that he's going to be able to do to stop this, I don't think.
No. It was
as long as I don't fuck it up.
That flush out all alone with all those players, like that was the worst thing he could have done. It left him wide open, and then he had no way of rebuttal.
Right.
And then that, just a little bit of bad luck with that dodge. It definitely cemented his inability to do anything.
Yeah, and I think the trick was that he put his bloodthirster and pushed me onto the ball, and the ball unluckily popped to the opposite side of 2 of my players. So the bloodthirster was separated. Instead of being next to the ball, he was a space away from the ball, and 2 of my players were in between. So
now I'm curious why you moved over there to engage those 2 players that weren't going to be part of it had you moved down here, while these players were mercs and low-level guys that weren't going to be able to do anything to you because of the routes that you had.
I didn't actually notice that those 2 players were...
Because that guy's a merc. I think this one was the one that you stunned, and the only other player I think was this one, and all he had was block. It was 2 relatively lower players that you not only had the body advantage, but you had the skill advantage to keep them from doing too much.
I know, that's why I said that it should be relatively easy unless I screw it up pretty bad.
Yeah, that lateral, when you had the advantage, that might cost you a touchdown. You got plenty of time to make the difference, and he doesn't have a lot of players, but he could rally and pressure you.
Right.
You're getting a little scared with that ball carrier.
Yeah, I knew that I screwed up, so I go, well, fuck, I just can't give him a touchdown at this point, because I've got to win, and I'm gonna go for the touchdown as soon as I got something to go with. I was surprised that he didn't.
Wow, why didn't he go for the? That's what I thought. He dodged to assist here. Yeah. All right. Pull, yep.
And that makes it.
Yeah, that's it. Just leaves the guy.
Yeah, he doesn't have the movement allowance to do anything.
A loner who can't move.
Right.
Yeah, he's done. Well, you got the touchdown.
Yeah.
Unless you do.
I was not really happy with that showing.
Yeah, unless you get greedy right here, but I don't think you're going to. Yeah. I guess it was a loner, so there's no real risk of doing the go for it for that player. But
right.
don't get in the habit of doing unnecessary go for it's when you can't actually do anything.
Yeah. So that was kind of a shit game for me. I did two kind of stupid things and got behind on myself. Managed to dig my way out of it, but
yeah, you had the player advantage. A lot of good pen rolls and whatnot, so that worked out. Crazy 8's. Ah, man. I think the Bloodthirster just generally wasn't in the right spots. You helped with that and taking the ball away from where the Bloodthirster was at, but yeah, this is kind of the hindsight 2020. But picking up that break tackle would have been gold for that Bloodthirster. That's usually the first thing I pick up with a Bloodthirster on my Khorne Demons team.
Yeah,
And
that would make a big difference because he gets tied up fairly easily.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't really have anything. I thought the Crazy Eights played a relatively good game, other than that first drive, at the end of the first drive, picking up that ball instead of just marking it. That kind of gave you that first touchdown.
Yeah.
And then the second drive, the big mistake was flushing outright. That was leaving your guy just all alone when there was plenty of people to mess with him. That not only was that a really good chance at losing the ball, but it was a really good chance of not being able to recover the ball and then immediately switch to a defense situation.
Yeah, I think that, really what it comes down to is both of the touchdowns that I got were because of a mistake that he made, kind of gave it to me. Because otherwise, that entire first drive, he was just really inconveniencing everything that I wanted to do, which is your major goal on defense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't really hope to, you can, but you shouldn't really plan on knocking the ball loose or getting a touchdown on defense. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but just slow your opponent down to the point where they can't score in the time given.
Yep. I think that's about it. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Later.